Welcome to the Novel Review, and I'm your host, Jimmy Bob. And here I have with me
Chimichanga.
Today we're going to be reviewing a couple of novels that has been out for a while. You know, taking it back, old school.
Okay,
All right.
these are the novels that we have to review. Tuesday Siesta, The Ones Who Walk Away from Omelas, The Mask of the Red Death, The Bet, Skin, A Hunger Artist, and The Sniper.
All right, let's get this started. Okay, so the first story will be The Bet. Can you explain what The Bet is
Okay,
about?
The Bet is about two very equally retarded people who take part in a bet, a very risky bet, because they both almost put their lives at stake. One of them put their lives at stake by spending 15 years in jail just to earn only $2 million, which I think is not worth it. And the other puts their $2 million up for one of them to stake their freedom, which I also think that's not worth it. So, what is the theme for that? Denzel?
The theme for this story is don't let greed take order.
Of your life.
Yes.
And we say that because, both of them almost lost their life because of this one little stupid bet they made
Over
one
money.
night. Yes, they made this bet one night. And it was just they made this stupid bet over nothing. So, this was a very dumb story. Thank you.
So the second story is
Skin.
yes.
And what we're going to be talking about Skin is a group of 3 people who one night just decide to get all drunk and get all crazy, and one of them decides to help out a struggling artist, I guess, get inspiration by getting a tattoo on his back. And the tattoo on his back was actually of meaning because the tattoo on his back was of his beautiful wife. And I guess later on in the story, he had no money, no food, no nothing. It was walking throughout, some stores and whatever, and he saw a picture of the same person who did the tattoo on his back. And he walked inside the store, and the people tried to kick him out, and they saw the thing on his back. They saw the drawing on his back, and they all tried to buy it. And they suggested very crazy ideas to buy it, but they were all lies. And he basically sold his best memory for nothing but death.
And
So what's the theme for that?
the theme of this passage or story is the best memories are priceless.
And I can tell you that because the best memories are priceless because why he sold it for just life, basically. He sold his best memory just to have food every day, walking around on the beach, having fun. And that was the only memory he had of his wife. And I think he's lame for that. Okay, our third story is called The Sniper. And The Sniper is basically about a man who's inside the military. He's on top of a roof. He's in a little bit of a situation of issue. He's in the middle of an issue. So anyways, an issue. Yeah, he's in the middle of it. And basically, he's just on the roof smoking a cigarette, and he's going up against another sniper that's on the other side of, I guess, who's in the war. And the sniper knows he's up there. They both know each other's up there, and they're trying to snipe each other to get to safety. The problem is that the sniper gets hit and he gets injured, and now he doesn't know what to do. So he has to come up with an elaborate plan to kill the enemy sniper, and he does kill the enemy sniper, but it does turn out being a tragedy, which is his brother. So what is the theme for that?
The theme for this is don't let your passion for something overcome you.
And the passion for this that might overcome you is your passion for the military, as in this case. Because the passion for the military, he obviously doesn't care who he shoots, who he kills. He says, shoot first, ask questions last. That's how these so-called gangsters last. Waka flocka flame. So our next story is the Tuesday Siesta. And what's happening in the Tuesday Siesta is that an old woman and her daughter is going on a train to go to a town where she's going to a town to go to a funeral, and she goes to a priest's house, scratches the door to get the priest to open it, and the priest's sister opens it, and then when she gets the keys from the priest to go to the grave, when she walks outside, she realizes there's a whole crowd around, and she's in some clothes that are not so good. And what's the theme for that?
The theme for this is to show dignity and self-esteem regardless of social class. And the theme is that because in the face of all obstacles, the woman insists on being treated with dignity and as a human being in spite of her class in society.
on to the next story. All right, so our next story is The Hunger Artist. And The Hunger Artist is about a man who pushes himself to beat his own records, and he just makes all his money from fasting. And yeah, he's a professional faster. That's where he gets his money from. And after he's done beating his own record at fasting, he keeps on deciding to keep on going with his fasting, even after he beat his own record. But what's the theme for that story?
The theme for this story is not to push yourself for something you have passion for.
Yeah, he pushed himself way too hard for the thing that he loved the most.
He pushed himself until he died.
Yes. And that's the theme of the story. Our next story is The Ones Who Walk Away from the Omelas. And this story is about a kid who is locked inside a room for others to be happy, basically. Like, he has to be locked inside his room to be suffering for others to have happiness in their life. And, you know, ones walk away from the Omelas. They walk away because they fear it, I'm pretty sure, yeah. So, what is the theme of that story?
The theme of this story is there is no good without evil.
And we say that because the ones of the Omelas need to know, like, what is evil so they know what is good. Like, the evilness is the child that is suffering inside the room who has, you know, no one in there with him. And the good is that the people are happy, and then they're keeping more people happy than more people sad. So, yeah. All right, so our final story of the day is The Mask of the Red Death, which is one of the best ones too. This story is about a prince that throws a party for his partygoers who are trying to escape death, basically because outside of the palace, outside of his kingdom that he's throwing his party in, death is going on. Basically, everyone's just dying.
Outside of the party.
Yeah, outside of the party, everyone's just dying.
But that clearly didn't work because somebody had snuck in and
Killed them.
infected everybody.
Yeah. So
And some
yeah.
suspicious figure.
They're just trying to escape death, and they can't do it. That's what they're basically trying to do.
And the party owner tried to kill the suspicious figure, but he fell to the ground before he could. So
Yeah, he tried to cheat death.
at the end, everyone died.
Yeah. So what's the theme for that?
This thing is we are all subject to the passing of time.
And we say that because no one can cheat death. No one is like immortal, you know.
No one will live forever.
Yeah. Until heaven. Anyways, that was our project, Ms. Radcliffe. It took so long to do. It was kind of fun. We need a 100. Bye.